Mike's hot.
Good morning, Utah Golf Radio, coming to you live today from Copper Rock, one of my favorite places. We are here celebrating the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour. That's right. These women on their way to the LPGA are making a stop in Hurricane, Utah today, and we are here to tell you all about it and celebrate this great event. We are doing so in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. I am Paul Pugmire, your host and the president of First Tee Utah. I'm here with our co-host, Jan Brownstein. Jan, good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
Jan, we look out the window and what do we see?
We see 9 and 18.
It's not popcorn popping on the apricot tree.
No,
it is better.
This is so much better.
It's better.
We're sitting above the 18/9th hole.
Yeah,
and we're overlooking the water. The sun has just come up over the mountain. I'm not sure if there could be a more perfect Saturday morning. Unless we were actually playing.
I'm trying to think what would make it. Well, okay.
If we were playing,
I was going to say we could be out there playing.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would make
it better.
Yes.
We are also here with Penny James Garcia, the sheriff of the Copper Rock Championship.
Leader of the
pack. Penny, can we go play this morning?
No, not unless you have professional credentials, made the cut, and are wearing a beautiful skirt.
Yes, I am wearing a beautiful
Jan's
skirt.
Looking good.
I am wearing a beautiful skirt. However,
I
do not play golf like these incredible women. What an incredible tournament you got here, lady.
It's fantastic. Couldn't be happier.
You've been doing it.
They have been knocking it out of the park, literally always. This leaderboard just wow.
I know,
blows me away.
It's just insane.
Should we talk for a minute about this leaderboard?
Yes.
I certainly want to.
Yep.
And before we go there, let's set the stage a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, as Jan just noted, we all know that it's May and we're in Utah, and so you can get different versions of weather. However, you dialed up the Chamber of Commerce version today, this week.
Well, be careful. We haven't made it through championship day yet.
Valid.
Thursday and Friday are fantastic. Could be better.
Did you
Don't
just mess it up?
Don't hex us.
No. I'm celebrating it.
Yes.
Look,
it looks good.
It is fantastic. It really has been.
You're going off 1 and 10 today, which, and I want to ask you, but I'm guessing it's a little bit in part to beat the inevitable breeze in the afternoon. Am I correct about that?
No.
Okay, what's up?
You could not be farther from the reason. We are unique.
I'm wrong a lot, Penny.
We are one of only 2 events on tour that start off of split tees.
Okay.
And the reason we do is because our course was built for this. We have a beautiful finishing 9 and 18 twin holes. And so when you start with ladies off of 1 and off of 10, when they make the turn, they're making it simultaneously. And our guests sitting in the VIP tent get uninterrupted play coming up both fairways.
Sides.
Okay, that is totally legit.
Unique.
And I'm glad I asked, and I'm glid I was wrong. Because
Me
you are
too.
right. We are sitting here looking out where we're over the 8th and 9th green. It's a dual hole
9th
green.
and 18th.
9th and 18th. Thank you. I meant to say 18 instead of 8.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you. And looking up from the green, looking up the holes toward the tees. And you're right. This gives the patrons a view of both holes at the same time. Nonstop
coming
play.
up all day.
Very, very good point. I love that.
Yeah, and the excitement of the the finish, the turns, everything.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But
Now,
that's why we do split tees at Copper.
Okay, very good to know. And I
this.
really appreciate that. First of all, good on you for figuring that out and making it happen. And I appreciate you walking me through it. I'm sorry I'm slow to the party. But it remains that wind is a feature of this course.
It is. It is the teeth of this course.
I love it when it's breezy. And let's just review for a moment. I know you guys know this, but if for example, you start on number 1 and you're playing, you're coming in the last few holes, starting on 15. Later in the day, there's a chance you'll have a breeze.
Yep. 17.
And you're up on this ridge. I'm pointing to it like
You
can see it. You're up on the ridge, and you've got 15, that little beguiling par 3 up the hill, and then 16, a par 5 that people think is so gettable, but the fairway slopes and runs a lot of balls into the junk, and
the green is
the green is diabolical.
That's a good word.
There are pin placements on that green that cannot be. You cannot get to them.
You're right.
You have to play away from the pin and then go into it with a chip or maybe a putt or something. But you cannot go at some of those pins.
And I don't have the number from yesterday, but I am told that several ladies did achieve eagle there yesterday.
I saw one. Yes, I was up there in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
It was
beautiful.
Windy.
I mean, the weather was good.
Beautiful.
But that it just is a testimony to the talent of these young ladies. We all know how diabolical that green is, and we had several eagles yesterday. Now, I'm sure Epson got a little mean with the pin placements today, so whether eagles will happen up there today or not remains to be seen.
Well,
Gianna Clement, who has made a big splash on the national and international junior scene. She is only 18 years old, but she played her way onto the Epson Tour, and she's actually among the higher performing players on the Epson Tour. She shot a slick little 64 yesterday, and I was watching her for a couple of holes, including a chip-in eagle on number 16.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. She hit a heck of a good shot. What can I say? Wow. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So you've got 15, little uphill par 3, exposed to the wind. You've got 16 all along the top of the ridge, always breezy up there. 17, a downhill par 3 with a green. It's a bit of, if the pin is left, it can be a feeder pin. However, you have to play it right for it to feed, or else you'll just end up out of position.
Well, and the wind is the feature of that hole.
The wind is always howling on that hole, and it is the most exposed of these holes I'm talking about. It's the most exposed of the holes.
I'm going to interrupt 1 second. We have Miss Maria Fossey here this week.
I wanted to talk to you about her.
I'm so geeked out, but I've accosted her for selfies, and I had an emotional moment with her this morning. She actually brought me her visor and signed it and handed it to me as a thank you for the tournament. But yesterday I was talking with Miss Fossey, and she said, we all know who Bailey Tardy is.
Yes, we do. Former champion
first
here.
winner,
Bailey can smack the ball. I mean, 300 and something yards is her average drive. Miss Fossey turned to her caddy yesterday and said, would you believe Bailey reached out to me and warned me about hole 17? And she said the week that she won, she was up there and the wind was crazy bad. And Bailey, who knocks the ball, hit a 5-iron to that par 3 and ended up short. That's how much the wind is featured at hole.
We've seen that.
Oh, it's going too far. And it just comes right back in your face.
So a couple years ago, you guys had 2 years in a row, which is highly unusual. You had the LPGA Legends, the senior women here. I was talking with Sue Nias, who was in the field, about that exact shot when the wind is coming up the hill into your face on that 17th. She was telling me about a time she's standing there, planning the shot, and she's got her hand on her clubs trying to figure out what to do. She goes, Paul, I'm thinking I'm pulling a head cover.
No kidding.
On 130-yard par 3.
No kidding.
Now, ultimately, she went with a 5-iron, and it ended up being the right shot for her. But she goes, I'm thinking about it.
I know.
And then 18, you come back down the hill. It's a little bit protected. However, turns out you guys put a really big pond in there.
We have had several balls in the water this week, I gotta say, unfortunately. No,
and then up to an elevated green, and you'll see balls spin back off the green. Now, setting up the course, you did leave some longer grass between the green and the pond. If that was shaved down the whole way, you would see balls back up off the green into the water.
Oh, it wouldn't be. It's not fair. It's unplayable. And so, we want to see some great scores.
But I love the finish on this course. I love the whole course, but the finish is so strong, so good. And I love that wind is a feature, not a bug.
That's right.
It is designed into this course, and I love how it plays.
And I like that because you're doing the split that you really did take the spectator into consideration.
That's what it was all about.
I mean, you really did. I mean,
Yep.
this is a show.
You bet.
I'm so glad to know that, Penny. I really admire you. Good on you guys for what you did there. All right, let's talk about this leaderboard. After 36 holes, cut was made last night, and it's a 54-hole stroke play tournament. Today will be the finish. We'll have a champion this afternoon.
We will.
And
PM.
Programming note, we will do a full report on this on the Utah Golf Radio podcast that you can get wherever you get your podcasts. So be sure to check that out. Let's look at this leaderboard. Caitlin Pierce from Australia leads the way. She's at -10, 134 on rounds of 64 and 70. That's 64 is kind of sweet.
Do you think? Do you think?
We're at Copper Rock, right?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I have shot 64 every time I've played this course.
Yes.
And the first 9 holes.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm on 15.
Yes.
Whatever. Anyway, 64-70. She leads the way over, and this is one of the many interesting things here.
Yep.
Fiona
Fiona Zhu.
Mm-hmm.
2024 champion. She came
Yep.
back. And apparently she has figured out a little bit of Copper Rock. She's a former champion here, and she's one shot back.
And when she was the 2024 champion, she set the 54-hole Epson tournament scoring
That's
record
right.
of
Yeah.
22 under.
Yeah,
and she did it at Copper
At
Rock.
Copper Rock.
And that record stands today on Epson Tour as the low 54 hole. We're not going to go there this week for sure because, that would be nothing short of miraculous.
Yeah, nobody's shooting 12
But
under.
boy, I did an interview in the St. George News a couple weeks ago, and they asked me, well, let's talk about who you to watch. And I said, you cannot overlook Fiona.
Yeah.
She knows this course. It fits her game. After the first round, I was like, maybe Fiona's not got her A game. Yesterday, she came storming back, and Fiona is one shot back. I would watch her closely today.
We mentioned earlier Gianna Clement at T5. She's at -7, 137 on rounds of 73, and her own slick little 64. I want to talk about this player. She is interesting for several reasons. Like I said, she's made a lot of noise as a junior player. She has had a top 5 at the Augusta Women's Am. She is an AJGA Player of the Year. She's a USGA champion. She won the 4-ball with, now I forget who, but anyway, she won the 4-ball. Decided to forego college. She's just a year out of high school.
Wow.
And she's here on the Epson Tour and making noise. Pretty interesting stuff. She is currently ranked number 14 in the race to getting qualification for the LPGA Tour.
Doesn't that just speak to the strength of where the women's game has come?
Oh, my land. Yeah.
These young women, and I know we'll get to the exemptions, but I'm just going to give a shout out to Miss Navy Hubbs, our 17-year-old exemption that's been in the
we're
field this
talking
week.
about Navy. Yeah.
Well, but talk about polished young women. And I'm sure Gianna, I don't know her like I do some of the other ladies because she is new, but I'm sure she is just as polished. You get them on an interview and it's like they've been doing this for 15 years and they're only 17 or 18 years old. Their presence is amazing. Their confidence, they're strong. And that means they've had parents, they've had coaches. We've got the facilities. This game has been built. And those of us who have a passion for it are getting these young ladies the help they need so that when they are still 15, 16, 17 years old, they are ready for the tour. And I love that with my whole heart, that they have that kind of support has been built into the game for young women. We're
planning to come back to Navy Hubs later in the show, but
Yes.
but a couple things that I want to talk about what you're saying there, because I agree so much with what you said, Penny. I respect and admire so much what you and Tori Gateville and the whole team here at Copper Rock are doing to provide opportunities for women to play and for young women to play. Or in the case of Navy, for girls to play. She is a
Yes.
high school junior.
Yes.
She goes
Yes.
from this event this week to high school state championships on Monday. Which is quite
That's crazy.
quite an interesting juxtaposition there. But like I say, we'll come back to that later in the show. It is very, very interesting. Another player I want to talk about, you mentioned Maria Fassi. Now, Maria Fassi, of course, has made a lot of noise for a lot of reasons. I was a little surprised, candidly, to see her in the field here. Tell us about that.
Well, I didn't ask her why she's here. I was just so starstruck and delighted she was here. I certainly wasn't going to say, so why are you here, Miss Fassi? Please do tell. But I can tell you my best educated guess is in a couple weeks, we've got the U.S. Women's Open, and it's right down the coast in California at Riviera.
Yeah.
And I think some of these, we've got quite a few LPGA ladies in the field this week, and I think they are using our tournament as one of their warm-ups because they've heard the reputation. It's a great tournament. It's a tough course. And I believe that they are using this tournament as a build-up to be
okay. Thank you. Yes,
that's my guess.
That makes a lot of sense. It's good to get starts heading into a major to keep things sharp.
Yep.
That is a really good point. It's interesting that you talk about your moments with Maria Fassi. One of her greatest moments, I was actually there for and had a small interaction. You'll remember at the inaugural Augusta Women's National Amateur.
Yes.
That it was a shootout coming down the stretch between Maria Fassi and Jennifer Kupcho.
Yes.
And I happened to be standing in the trees to the right of 13 when they were playing it there at Augusta National. And Maria hit into the trees. And she went up there and she's got a little window and on the pine straw and hit a spectacular shot out of the trees. I was standing right there for it. And as she turned and walked away, for whatever reason, her glove fell off of her, out of her stuff. And I picked it up and I said, Maria, you need this. And she turned back around. And the point of the story is, in that high pressure situation, she paused for just a moment, looked me in the eye and said, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
She did not need to do that.
Yes.
Even though I'm talking about 4 or 5 seconds, the point is she did not need to break her pattern or her concentration and acknowledge me.
Yes.
She did.
And that they stop and look you in the eye. It's not just, thanks.
I have remembered that all these years. I've thought about it every time I see her on TV. And of course, she was an NCAA stud, an NCAA champion at the University of Arkansas. She has made a lot of noise. She is a terrific player.
An example for all of us to take that moment, no matter our role. I try to do that with our volunteer team. We celebrate our volunteers. 5-year volunteers receive a pin, and I want them all to come to me. We have a pin that says 5, and it has 5 stars on them. I explain that to them. Here's your 5-year pin. There's 5 stars on there because you're a superstar. I shake their hand, say, thank you so much. We're grateful for your service. It's those little things that we all remember the rest of our lives, whether you treat someone good or you treat someone bad. Those things are remembered.
They stick, they stick. And thinking about this, going back, I was a grad student at Arizona State University when Phil Mickelson was playing there. And I was out watching one of the ASU tournaments one day, and one of the volunteers lifted up a rope so that Phil could walk through it while his head was down. He was working on his card, and he walked through and he didn't acknowledge the volunteer, and he kept walking. And then he finished what he was doing. He stopped, he turned around and walked back and said to the volunteer, thank you for doing that. I appreciate you being here and helping our tournament. Then he went about his business. But that has stuck with me over the years too.
Yep.
That Phil, he finished what he was doing, but then he turned around and he took a moment and he recognized the volunteer. And I think stuff like that is cool, and I think it matters. It does.
And it's good for the game of golf.
And there's another thing about Maria Fassi I want to go back to. And this doesn't matter as much, except that I geek out on it. I like her swing so much.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's powerful.
Powerful.
She is so good.
She is powerful.
Yes.
You look at her, and she's a beautiful woman, let's face it, but her body,
she is an athlete.
Works hard at it, and she is an athlete. There is not nothing on her that is not toned and fit. She's gorgeous. She is such an example for women. Yeah,
and she comes through the ball so strong.
Oh, and it's mind blowing.
It is really fun. So Maria Fassi is T30. Well, shoot, I had it here.
45.
T45.
No, not. I think Yeah,
Yeah,
245.
she's one under, so
She's one under
she's,
through
she's
two.
9 off the lead. But
Through two.
Okay.
I'm
What?
watching her. She don't count her out today.
No, she could go low.
I saw her this morning, and she had her game
Oh.
face
The,
on.
the winds have started.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's-
Just right now, it's a
8:19.
pleasant little breeze,
I
Jan.
know, but it's happening. I can feel it. Oh, it's going to
Okay.
be juicy. It's going to
gonna
be
be
juicy
spicy.
later.
Okay, folks,
Oh, yeah.
we tell you this every week, but holy cow, you need to come play this golf course. It is so much fun. And when you do come and play it, and odds are you'll catch it on a breezy day. It doesn't always happen, most days. And when that happens, enjoy it, embrace it.
Because
Don't complain, because wind is a feature, not a bug.
There you go.
And this golf course is designed for it. The way the design uses the ridge on the backside coming in as it is a design feature. Now, granted, geology put the ridge there, but it was used in such a way that it absolutely it just saddles and rides the feature of this valley, and I love how it works out. We need to talk for a moment. In the next segment, we're really going to dive into the Utah players who are in this tournament. But let's just give a quick shout, since we were talking about players making the cut, and that would be our dear friend Haley Sturgeon. Please.
I'm telling you, what an inspiration. I have to just quick tell you, when our exemptions win their way into our event, they are given a team to play in the Pro-Am. And I hadn't seen Haley in quite some time. So Monday after the Pro-Am, she came in with the corporate guests, and I just wanted to shake her hand and say, welcome, Haley. It's so nice to see you. And I didn't bother looking down. I was looking in her eye. And she kind of had this smile on her face, and she said, well, I had a little help today, and pointed to her very pregnant belly. I was like, oh my gosh, Haley,
she did the same thing with Jack.
congratulations.
She did the same thing with Jack when she was pregnant. She played like a beast.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is Haley's third time
Right.
in our championship, and it's the first time she's made the cut.
Yes.
So I texted her last night, said, congratulations, Haley. I'm so delighted for you. And I think your daughter is your good luck charm, and she's bringing joy to her mama already.
Yeah.
I asked her if we could share with the audience, because that's a personal moment, in the VIP tent here when she comes to the green, that she is expectant mother. She's 18 weeks pregnant.
I know.
And she said, yes, I would be delighted, because I want women to know that they don't have to give up their sport. They don't have to give up their job. You can be a mom. There's a lot of support out there. You've got friends, you've got family. And so we've been sharing Haley's story.
She announced it here on Utah Golf Radio.
Yeah.
Did she? That's
She announced
so
it to
fun.
the Utah Golf community that she was having baby too. So
Well, I
and
tell
we
you
just
one more
said, and
story.
we made notice that she might get crazy, because when she was pregnant with Jack, she went on
Yeah.
Really quick,
go ahead.
Can you stick around for the next segment with us?
Sure.
Okay. Hold
that.
your story.
Hold on.
Okay. All right.
We need to do something, a couple things here
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
But folks, on the next segment, we will hear from Haley Sturgeon, Navy Hubs, and MJ Barragon. We talked to them all last night, recorded conversations with them all last night. We have that there. So Haley is actually on the course.
Yep.
Her balls are in the air. She is already teed off, so she can't join us live today. We recorded a conversation last night. But Jan, we need to do a little JetX Jug update. The JetX Jug, brought to us by our good friends at First Utah Bank. Check them out at firstutahbank.com. The JetX Jug is the backdoor fantasy game we play here on Utah Golf Radio, where we are identifying the 3 players who will barely make the FedEx Cup playoffs. You get a point for every position they finish up to, and including number 70. Jan, what do you get from 71 and beyond?
You get nothing.
Nothing, not a nil, no points.
Zippity-doo-dah.
That is the game. You're trying to identify the players who will barely make the cut. It's a lot of fun. This weekend is the last weekend you can enter. We will close the entries down on Monday morning after the conclusion of the PGA Championship. So yeah, you can enter free of charge. It's a lot of fun to play. And go to utahgolfradio.com and follow the obvious JetX Jug buttons and get your team entered. Pick your 3 players. It's a lot of fun. Right now, Curb Dog is leading the way with a team of Ben Griffin, Max Homa, and Shane Lowry. But I'll tell you, this is highly volatile. It will change a lot. So go do the JetX Jug. Come join us. Play it. It's fun. Thank you. I guess that's it. You can enter through this weekend. All right.
UPOT.
Let's do a little UPOT update. The UPOT update brought to us by our good friends at Scott Golf. Check them out at scottgolf.com. This Utah product is so good. I've got them in my bag. Love them. Scottgolf.com. Jan, tell us how our Utah players on tour be doing.
Okay, well, last week Tony was at the Truist. He finished T31 -3, 281 on rounds of 67, 73, 71, and 71. In the alternate tournament, it was the one flight at Myrtle Beach. Patrick Fishburne, T19 -9, 275 on rounds of 69, 71, 67, and 68. That means a top 20 finish.
Top 20 matters. Yep. Go Fish.
And then Zach Blair finished T60 -3, 281 on rounds of 70, 69, 71, and 71.
Okay.
And we had no UPOTs in the PGA Championship this week.
All right. However, we've got some playing in the Corn Ferry.
We do. They're at the Colonial Life Championship or Colonial Life Charity tournament. And Zach Blair, T4 -7, 133 on rounds of 63 and 70.
Blair Snakes throwing down a little 63. Way to go. Watch him this weekend, folks. I know you're watching the PGA Championship, but let's follow and cheer on Zach as well.
And then we have Daniel Summerhays, T43 -2, 138 on rounds of 63 and 70. And then we have Peter Quest, who missed the cut at -4, 144.
+4.
I'm sorry, +4. Yes, that would be a plus. 144 on rounds of 71 and 73. Preston Summerhays also missed the cut at +2, 142 on rounds of 74 and 68. We have good news in the Americas Tour. Cole Ponich. Our Cole Ponich. He sits T13 -8 on rounds of 68 and 67.
Cole is getting his feet under him as in his pro career is starting, and I expect things to happen for this young man.
We're so excited for him. And then Connor Howell is currently T17 -8, 136 on rounds of 68 and 68. We have the Copper Rock Championship. So we have Haley Sturgeon currently, well, she's a little bit further up right now, but right now, as of last night, she was T37 -2, 142 on a round of 72 and 70. We have Navy Hubs who missed, MJ Barragan who missed the cut by +4, 148 on rounds of 74 and 74. Navy Hubs missed the cut at +7, 151 on rounds of 71 and 80.
And Emily Hoffman also in the field, the current Utah Women's Open champion, and she missed the cut as well.
Okay.
All right. We need to send some love to Carson Lundell. He is the Bank of Utah Player of the Week presented by the Utah Golf Association. Carson was medalist at the U.S. Open qualifier. We've got full details and a conversation with Carson on the Utah Golf Radio podcast. Go there and check it out. Carson Lundell, the Bank of Utah Player of the Week. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to focus in on these Utah women who are playing in the Copper Rock Championship. We'll do that with Penny James Garcia. When we come back, you are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear, guys. Yes, sir. Sounds good. Back in a minute, Paul. All yours.
Yeah, Utah Golf Radio coming at you from Copper Rock, where we are here celebrating the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. This first hour of the show is presented by Salt Lake City Golf at slcgolf.com and the Salt Lake City Golf app, which you can use to make tee times on any of the great Salt Lake City golf courses. And we are powered as always by T-Box at tbx.golf. You got to check them out. You will have fun and improve your game at a T-Box near you. We are here with Penny James Garcia, the tournament director, but I prefer the title sheriff. I think you're in charge. You're
Well, that's my job.
your job. Penny James Garcia, the sheriff of the Copper Rock Championship, and I so appreciate you sitting in with us, Penny. I know you're busy today. It turns out you have a tournament you're running, but we need to talk about these Utah players, and let's start with Haley Sturgeon. We touched a little bit on her on the previous segment, and I cut you off from telling a story about Haley and her beautiful little 2-year-old boy, Jack. Tell us what we missed.
So Haley, when I saw her at the Pro-Am and realized she was expecting, she said, I have another question for you. I know that some tournaments don't allow strollers. May I have a stroller on the course? I was like, of course you may. This is a family event. We welcome children. So Thursday, I'm up here sitting in the VIP tent for just a few minutes, just seeing how things are running. And I hear this darling voice in the background going, Mama, Mama. And I turned around and I had a clue. So I continued. And what was so sweet about Jack was his mama is a golfer, because as each group would come up to the green and there were women out there dressed as golfers, he kept pointing and saying, "Mama, Mama." Now that means your mama is a golfer. When
Yes,
that is
right.
what pops in a 2-year-old's head when he sees a woman out on the green with a club in her hand.
Oh,
It warmed my heart. That is that my mama?
Oh, my
And
goodness.
that's the sweetest thing. So I was able to meet Jack and went over and talked
That's
with Haley's
cool.
husband and said, that is the sweetest, cutest thing ever. And anyway, shout out to Jack. He's supporting
Oh,
mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's been supporting her for a minute.
Yes.
She played some pretty incredible golf while she was pregnant with
Yeah.
Jack, too.
Stroller on the golf course. That's
I'm
my
in.
new favorite thing.
I'm in.
Okay, that is
100%.
great. That is great.
100%. We want families to come out. It's a fun day. Bring the
Let's put it
kids
this
out.
way: if now that I know that strollers are allowed, I'm gonna need a stroller.
Okay, Jen. All right. I had a chat. I called Haley last night.
Of course you
Knowing that she had a 7:52 tee time. She's not going to join us on the show this morning, but I needed to talk with her.
Yep.
Recorded a conversation. Good stuff. Let's roll that tape with Haley Sturgeon. Haley, you've made the cut in the Epson Tour event at Copper Rock and lived to play another day. Nicely done.
Thank you.
It was a bit of a grind out there today, and you had 2 rounds that were a little different in character, one with a lot of pars and one with some color and shape. Tell us how you worked it all through.
Yeah. So yesterday, I don't know what it is, but number 11 has always been just like a mental block hole for me. And see, I ended up doubling it on the first day. And I just told myself I'm not going to let this happen again, and just stayed focused and put it behind me, and then managed to go 2 under from there, which was incredible.
Yeah, clean card
Um,
after that.
Yeah. My dad, we had this joke of like, oh, I didn't make any bogeys yesterday. So, and then today I was feeling nerves, because day 2 for me, again, has always been so hard in these events, and I've come so close. I've missed the cut by 1, I think twice, and I missed the cut and Bandon by 1. And so it haunts me. And again, I told myself I'm not going to let it happen. I had a pretty crummy warm up, actually. I could feel the nerves and how tense I was. And my dad just came up and gave me a hug and just said, just relax and go out and have fun. And whatever happens, happens. And that just really helped calm my nerves, and we teed off, and we just got it going. I made a birdie, and then a silly bogey, and then another birdie. And the putts just kind of kept falling when I needed them to. And I definitely could have had a lot more, but I'm grateful with the round I had today to get me above the cut line and make it to the weekend. And that was just a huge goal and dream of mine. So
Yeah.
very proud of where I'm at.
Well, we're sure proud of you too. And
Thank you.
one thing that I'm particularly impressed with, you had that terrific start, 3 birdies in the first 4 holes, but it is the coming home at Copper Rock that is so hard. You're up on the ridge, you're exposed, and those holes have a lot of slope to them, and you made a lot of pars, and you got it in the house, and I'm impressed with that.
Yes. Thank you. And I love that last stretch. Like
Yeah.
for me, if I can get through like 10 through 14, and then after that, I'm like, okay, we've got, a short par 3, par 5, another short par 3. And then 18 is just, if you can keep it in the fairway on the tee shot, then home stretch.
Well, I agree with you. I think they're terrific holes and a lot of fun, but
Yes.
they do have the ability to slap you upside the head if you lose your focus for a second. So
They do.
yeah, and you kept your focus very clearly. What do you see in your game as it compares to the women on the Epson Tour full time?
I drive the ball just as well as they do, and my length is no issue. Like the girls I was playing with today, like yesterday, they're out driving me, by a couple yards, and then today, I put a couple, past them. And so I'm just even with these girls they're full-time on Epson. And really my game is just as good as theirs. Like, I know if I really wanted to, I could be out here grinding. And it's fun to know that. Like, I don't think I ever would, because of where I'm at in the stage of my life and the amazing career I have at the country club, and also being 18 weeks pregnant and having a 2-year-old. That makes it a little difficult.
Uh-huh.
But it's such a confidence boost knowing that, like, I know that I could be out here with these girls. Like, I'm just as good as they are.
That's what I see as well. Well, congratulations. Good luck in round 3. When we play this, you will be out on the course, and we're sure going to wrap up the show and go watch you and cheer for you. And so real proud of you and excited for this.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it.
Mike's hot.
Okay, Jen, lot there.
Mhm.
What jumps out at you?
Well, I think that because Haley is in a different phase in her life than maybe some of the other gals, being a mom and pregnant, and I think that her knowing that this opportunity is giving her the confidence that she knows she's good enough to play with these ladies.
Yeah.
If she had, if she had the time to commit, and it's different for her now, because before she wasn't married, she didn't have kids, so she had all the time in the world. But now she has this career and she has a family, and
she's got a great gig at the country club.
Exactly. She has an amazing career, and I think that just your priorities change, and it's just you play for a different reason.
Yeah, great. She's got a great gig. She's got this beautiful, wonderful little child. We're looking forward to meeting her daughter when that time comes. You're summed up well. But also, she said she sees that she can play with them.
She is good enough.
She made the cut in this event.
Yep.
And she's good enough.
Yeah.
Stuart Smalley, you're good enough.
I love that she said that. That's exactly it. It gave her the confidence knowing that I am good enough to play with these girls.
All right. Let's go to the tape with Navy Hubs. And again, the situation here, she played her way in by winning at Winter Champs. Mm-hmm. She is a high school junior, folks. 17. She's not even a senior. She's a junior in high school, and she's out here playing with these seasoned professionals, and for the most part, played pretty even with them. She kind of lost her way coming down the stretch, ended up not making the cut, but very, very impressive what she did here. And she's going from this to the state high school championship. Wow. Let's play this tape with Navy Hubs from yesterday. Navy, you just completed your first run at a professional event. Maybe not exactly the results you were looking for, but still impressive. How are you feeling?
Honestly, it's fine. I mean, I wish it would have gone better today, but the first 9 today was good and I felt fine. And then after the first double, I knew I was out of the cut. So then I think I just tried forcing it too hard and it just slipped away from me.
There's not a lot of room for doubles in an event like this, is there?
None. Not at all.
So it's interesting that you recognize that had an effect and you started to force it. That actually leads to one of the biggest questions I have, which is, what did you learn here?
Just to stay present in the shot and take it one at a time, because it slips away faster than you think. And even though I didn't think I was going too bad, after the first one, I didn't focus enough, and I just was focusing on the end result. So it's just stay present, focus on the next shot. That's
a hard lesson to learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about yourself? What did you learn about yourself here, playing, kind of out punching your weight right now? These women are all grown professionals. You're a high school junior.
Yeah, it was fun to compare myself, not like in a bad way, but just like see what they do differently and how I can get to that level. And honestly, I don't think I'm too far behind, but just becoming more consistent and becoming more mentally strong.
Well, from what I saw, you're not far behind at all. The shots are there.
Yes, yeah. I think the mental game is definitely a thing, and then just being more consistent. Just like these pros, they don't really mess up too much, and so I think just becoming more consistent.
Have you had time in this whirlwind to think about the juxtaposition you have, and you alone, going from this event to the state high school championship next week?
Honestly, when I was coming here, I was telling all my family that
Pretty safe, guys.
I'm probably more nervous for state than this, but I'm just excited to get back to my normal level of golf and see where I compare there, and I think it'll just be a fun time at state.
Is this your goal long term?
Yeah, professional golf is a long-term goal, and I hope I can get there someday.
10 seconds.
You showed me that you can.
Thank you.
Stay at it. We're going to have fun watching you at state. Congratulations on this. This was really nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Navy Hubs, look, she is a child, a legal minor, and she's out here doing adult things. And I was so struck with how she was learning adult lessons and giving adult answers to these questions. Very, very impressive. I mean, we know she can hit a golf ball, but she was impressive as a person to me in this more than as a golfer.
Well, and I like that she was so transparent about how she pushed it, how she, when she made the double, she knew that she was out of the cut, so she just tried to push it, and recognizing that about herself in that moment, I think is huge.
Exactly, and that was my point. You hit on the same thing. Seeing that result, learning that lesson, that's an adult lesson,
and that she probably won't do again. Well, she might.
Okay, it's hard.
It's hard.
But,
it's hard not to.
But still, very impressive.
Well, yeah, good learn.
Okay, I haven't managed the clock well.
Of course not.
We thank you, Jan. I talked yesterday with MJ Barragon. I got to tell you, she's had a whirlwind. We'll not roll the tape, but let me just tell you real quick. She went from the conference championship to the regional championship to this event, and she has just been going bam, bam, bam for the last 2 weeks. And she said yesterday, I am exhausted. And so she said, I wanted to make the cut. I tried to make the cut, but the reality is I am going to go sleep right now. And but look, this is a terrific player, MJ Barragon. She's got a year left at Brigham Young University. Remember that name.
Yeah.
Watch this player. She is dripping talent, and we're gonna have a lot of reason to talk about her again.
Yes.
So I'm sorry we don't have room for that tape, but we got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, we're gonna talk a little things and stuff with Mike Alleman. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear, guys.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio coming back at you from Copper Rock. We are here celebrating the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour. Balls are in the air for this final round. We'll have a champion for you later today, and we'll have a full report on the Utah Golf Radio podcast. We are coming in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. This first hour of the show is presented by Salt Lake City Golf at slcgolf.com and the Salt Lake City Golf app. And we are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf. Check him out. They have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. Get yourself to a T-Box. We are joined now by Mike Alleman from You Into Golf, talking little things and stuff. Mike, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
So good. We're so glad to have you with us. Mike, we've got ourselves Memorial Day coming up, and you guys are getting ready. Tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice to talk about a fill ahead of time rather than right when we're in the middle of it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Memorial Day, really kind of the kickoff to the official golf season. Big thing.
Mike, it's always golf season, Mike.
very, very true, but most
I'll be good.
Don't really kick it off till Memorial Day, and sometimes they hang it up around Labor Day. But anyway, one of the big things that we do most Memorial Day weekends is we have a trade bump for all new inline clubs. So if you're looking for anything that's brand new, current, and you have trade-ins, we give you a 50% trade enhancement on that. So if you have a trade that's worth like $100, for example, and you're buying a new driver, we give you an extra $50 on top of that.
Nice. And one of the things that you guys do then, you offer a good selection of late model. It's a car term, but it will say late model.
Yeah. And
really good quality used clubs that people can choose from.
Yes, and that's another thing that next week that's going to be going on is all of our used clubs, so trade-in clubs, so clubs that people have traded in and we're reselling. We're doing 15% off on those. And then any of our demo clubs, like our 90-day returns, so somebody bought the club brand new, played with it for less than 90 days, exchange it out for something else, we sell those clubs at a discount, and then we're doing 10% off on the demo price on those clubs.
Nice.
So it's a really, really good sale to take advantage of.
You know, you mentioned this 90-day thing. I've meant to ask you about that. Let's talk about that for a minute, because from what I can tell, you guys are alone in this 90-day return program. Tell us how that works, what it is, and what we need to know about it.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't think we really touched on that on the show. So any club you buy from us, whether it's new or used, you have 90 days to play with it. If you decide you don't like it, or it's the wrong loft for a driver, or you want to try something else out, you have 90 days to play with the club that you bought from us, and you can bring it back to us. We give you what you paid for it as an in-store credit, so you can swap it out for anything in the store. So it can be you bought a club and maybe you're going to buy a pair of shoes and a couple boxes of balls instead. But yeah, you have the full store credit, what you paid.
Would that apply to a set of irons as well?
It would.
Wow. Okay, I think that's rather remarkable, especially for a set of irons, for some wedges, because, you test them on in the sim there in your store on the TrackMan, but you're hitting off a turf. Hitting off a grass with wind is a different matter, and maybe you learn that, okay, this thing I bought, I thought it was right, but it's not now that I'm out there playing it. I think that's a really cool thing that you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's, as far as I know, unmatched in the industry. And we get a lot of people, that take advantage of it, and it's really a good program.
That's cool. All right. So the Memorial Day sale, like you say, we're trying to get ahead of things a little bit this time. What are the dates on that?
We're looking next Thursday through end of day Monday.
Okay, fantastic. And it's going on at all 5 of your stores in the state?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. All right. That's it, guys. Got to get yourself to Uinta for the Memorial Day sale. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you joining us.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Jan, need to take a break. And when we come back on the other side, we're going to talk a little high school golf. It is girls high school golf state championship season. And this week, South Sevier High School wins their first ever state title. We will talk with head coach Dorian Christensen when we come back on the other side. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear, guys. Mike's hot.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. That means Utah Golf Radio coming to you live today from Copper Rock, where we are here celebrating the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour. Balls are in the air as the final round is underway. It is being led by Caitlin Pierce. She is at minus 10, 134. She heads into this third and final round. We'll have a full report for you on our Utah Golf Radio podcast later this weekend, I mean to say. We are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. This second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection. Check them out at collegecoachesconnection.com. They will help the kids in your life get the right situation for them to move on in their athletic career, golf and other sports. As they go into playing in college, you need to check them out. You need to talk to the folks at collegecoachesconnection.com. And we are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. Get yourself to a T-Box. It will help your game, help your body, help you, and you'll have fun at a T-Box. It's a good hang. Jan, as we mentioned before the break, girls high school state championship season is underway. This last week, the 2A state title was captured for the first time ever by South Sevier High School. We are joined now by head coach Dorian Christensen of South Sevier. Coach Christensen, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're so glad that you would take a minute to join us, Coach. Let's start with this. Congratulations. You won it.
Thank you. I don't think that it's quite sunk in until probably today when I'm doing this interview.
Well, it is. Look, we love high school girls golf in Utah. I think that the development of high school girls golf is the most important, the most impactful story in Utah golf of this generation. It was just a few years ago that only the very top players who were able to play on a boys' team were able to play. And last year, there were 3,000 girls playing high school golf in Utah. Boy, howdy, if that's not a win, nothing ever could be.
Nope.
And look what it's meant for South Sevier. Tell us about the girls program at South Sevier, Coach.
Sure. So I don't know if you know like the dynamics down in central Utah, but we share a golf course at Coveview Golf Course with actually 7 other teams.
Oh, yes, I am familiar. Todd Mullen's a friend. What you guys do, what's happening down there is incredible, and you guys are a part of that.
Yeah, we really are. Like, there are multiple times where other coaches are helping other girls or boys, and it is just this dynamic where, Todd, the former golf pro, and the newer golf pros have just kind of like taken them under their wing and said, we really want to improve this program. And my gosh, as you can see, we have had much success down here.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. So let's talk about this tournament. What were you thinking going into it? How are you feeling going in? And as it played out, tell us how things went for you there.
Sure. Our goal to begin with, I'm a first-year coach, and they've kind of asked me for a couple of years, and I really didn't want to accept until I knew that I could really put in the effort. And they've, as I came about, I'm also a teacher at the high school, so I know the girls, and these girls, they're quality girls. They are multi-sports girls. I have a girl who wrestles. I have volleyball girls. I have student body girls. I have a competitive barrel racer. So I have girls that have grit. And I knew that, going in, as I kind of first day, I was like, these girls are pretty amazing. And so, I just I said, okay, this is going to be my goal this year is, as you know, if you go into region and you have all 6 of your girls in the top 10 of the region, then you can you can pick the top 4 out of the 6 scores, right?
Uh-huh.
So that was my goal. As we came into region, I said, I have 8 girls who can pretty much shoot between 89 and 105.
Okay.
So I said, we've got the amount, we can do it. If we can get 4 girls in the 90s, we can win. And so my goal was to get 6 girls who could perform at state, not only individually, but as a team. And we did that. And when we did that, I think that momentum just came into state and just really boosted us to get us that, it gave us the energy to get that state title, which if you would have asked me, I said, we're going to contend, but I didn't think we could do it. But my gosh, my girls just for example, my number 6, when she came in, she shot a 95 and she was averaging 103. My number 5 came in and she averaged a 101. She shot an 87 to take 5th place. And when I saw that momentum, I was just like, oh my gosh, these girls, we could do this. And as you can see, we shaved 39 strokes off of our average. And that just, I mean, it was close. Now it was not easy. It was close, but just to see the grit that they had and the mental toughness we had. Now we had a couple of girls fall off for a bit, and it was a juggle, but they just had the grit, and they worked together as a team. And I think that's what really pushed us. Not only was our energy, but our teamwork and just the motivation. And as you all know, golf is such an incredible mental game, and I just was so proud of them to be able to just do it. So I'm super proud of them.
So impressive. And we just like to say here, golf is hard, and we leave it at that. But I love how you're talking about the team aspects of this. And shout out to Sophia Munger from Grand County High School. She won the individual title, but you had players scattered throughout the leaderboard, and it made a difference. Playing as a team. I love that because it was tight. Quick view of the top 3 here. South Sevier wins the title with a total of 361, a mere 4 shots back. That's only 1 shot per top 4 players. Grand County at 365, and then Beaver rounds out the top 3 at 378. You only won this by 4 shots, Coach. Was it nervy for you?
Oh, we were coming down the back stretch, and I had my number 2 girl she kind of had a moment where she hit an errant shot, and she kind of broke down, and I was like, you have got this. I was just doing everything I could to just keep her focused and motivated. And the funny thing was I sent my assistant coach over to her, and he started talking horses with her, because she's a barrel racer, and it calmed her down. And she actually, when she parred those last couple of holes, that's when I knew, I knew that we could do this. So It's just kind of funny what you have to do to get kids to have their mental game.
Okay, Jan, that's a new one. We now know you talk barrel racing.
You just talk what they know.
I know.
barrel racing is the new one. That's new.
You're plowing new ground there, Coach. But I really like it. And the point is, focus them on something that's not the pressure of the moment. And that was well done. Well done.
I have a young team. I have, 2 freshmen and a sophomore who are my top 3. And, this is their first experience. And, hats off to Sophia and Grand. They're all super young as well. But, when you're putting 14, 15-year-olds in under that pressure, it's just amazing how they can handle it. And then sometimes they can't. And, that's a tricky thing as a coach, is how you try to learn those girls and learn their, they're, like I said, if your top course is on the green, who cares? As long as it gets the job done,
Whatever works. Yeah, exactly. That is really interesting. So tell us about your team members.
Okay. So we kind of, it's kind of funny. I call them my olders and my youngers. I really have four groups of seniors, and then the rest are freshmen and sophomores. So, you know, the dynamic at first was kind of funny because the seniors, a couple of them are 4-year players, and a couple of them, you know, they just look at the freshmen like, what are you even talking about? You know, just kind of doing that dynamic. But they really learned to lean into the freshmen who were just as important as they were. And I really saw them, you know, my dad is a coach at Richfield, and he has worked with my girls as well. And he just said, you know, your girls really, they just work together as this team, which if you have individual players playing golf, that's also something. But when you have 8 girls who really push each other, and my girls do that. They cheer each other on. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but when Grand won, we were so happy for them because we've golfed with them all year long, and our girls know them so well. And, you know, when they make a good shot, my girls are always cheering them on, saying, my gosh, that was amazing. You know, and it's just such a huge thing to just kind of help push girls in positive ways. My main goal at state was, I said, no matter what you shoot today, just be kind to yourself, because that is just something that's so hard to not do. Is you're always looking at, oh man, I wish I didn't get in that sand, or I wish I didn't do this. But you just have to just take that shot and just be kind to yourself. And I think our girls showed that, you know, just if you are really working on how to be, you know, positive, it's such a good thing for your mental aspect.
Why is that so hard sometimes, Coach?
Oh, it's so easy to just say, gosh, I did this wrong, or compare yourself to somebody else. But in reality, it's just, okay, how am I going to do this? You know, when I had the girl hit that errant shot, I said, okay, I'm going to walk away from you, and I want you to get whatever you're feeling out, because she was crying. I said, go scream, go yell, go do whatever you can until you get up to that ball. And then I want you to say, I can do this, and just be kind to yourself. And the next shot was beautiful. So it worked. Hallelujah. But, you know, you just have to just work through those mental toughness. It's just such a hard thing. So
that is so interesting. Okay. So golf is hard, but I think math is harder, and you're a math teacher. Okay.
This is true.
So what I'm curious about now is, when people are struggling with an algebraic equation, are they hard on themselves in the same way?
Oh, of course. You know, kids come to my class day one and they say I'm awful at math, and I'm like, you don't know how many times I learned from you. Like it is such a mental thing where they feel like they don't do good at something, and they constantly, consistently just tear themselves down. It's human nature, and that's what's just the hardest thing is just trying to say, oh my gosh, you really can do this. Or, you know, I try to, you know, me as a person, I try to say, okay, what do you know? Show me what you know. And I do that in golf too. Like, what's your club that you're hitting really well today? Okay, let's talk about that. Do you feel like you can do this? And so I try to just give them let their decision be something that they feel confident with, because confidence is huge, right? If you have confidence, you can do anything. So that's how I play both sides, math and golf.
that being human thing hard sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a great accomplishment. I spoke with a member of the staff yesterday when I was connecting with you, and what was so gratifying and fascinating for me is that she was palpably excited and into your state championship, Coach. What's it been like for the school to win this?
You know, I've taught at South Fair. South Fair is they love their sports. They are a community that encourages doing well. Like when we had the fire truck, I didn't realize I was going to have to get up and give a speech in front of the whole community. And it just has turned into this. This is what I hope, and I think it will. I hope it shows girls can do hard things too, not just boys, but girls can do hard things too. And I also tell my girls, I'm like, it's such a flex when you go out there and you shoot something that the boys can do the same. Like we just love that they have this, golf is just like you said, golf for girls. I mean, just in the past 3 years, I have noticed a huge amount of girls coming up and playing. And that's what we want because, oh my gosh, like when you look at the LPGAs and their beautiful swings, you just want to see those girls succeed in things. And they're just as tough and mentally as boys are too. So I'm so proud that we were able to bring this to our community and show that, what cool girls we have. So we hope to
Dorianne, I have to ask, did the girls bring to the school the first state championship of any kind?
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, the boys have done it, but the fact that the girls did it first in golf, that's kudos to you. That's incredible.
Yeah, we are so excited for them. And like I said, it's been
do they get Letterman jackets then too?
that was another thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to do rings, and
I know.
Yeah.
You got to do it at the big homecoming assembly or whatever. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is absolutely. It's been such
Well, congratulations, Coach. We're excited for you, proud of you. Give our best to the team. What a fun thing to see.
And now the pressure's on. You got to repeat.
I know.
Hey, you will always be state champs.
Yes, that's right.
It'll always be there. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach. We appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That is Coach Dorianne Christensen of the South Sevier Rams. They go out and win their first ever state title, a 2A title in girls golf. Jan,
that's just fun.
Cool.
I mean, when they can go out and go to their football players, you have a state championship? Nope, we do.
We got that. All right, that is good.
That's
stuff.
good bragging rights right there.
All right, let's talk about somebody who needs some relief. I need relief, brought to us by our good friends at Duro Health. Check them out at durohealth.com. This innovative back therapy program will help you swing faster, hit farther, play better, and feel better. No small thing that. durohealth.com. Check it out. Get yourself there. Okay, Jan.
Yeah, I heard
Let's
about
talk
that.
about somebody who needs some relief. I'm going with Garrick Higo. This winner on the PGA Tour was late for his tee time.
Was he only 1 minute late?
Okay, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. You had one job.
This is not graded on a curve. It's a didactic. You are on time or late.
No, you have one job.
And
your job is to be at your tee time
job
on the money.
Okay, and it's not like this is new. This isn't a PGA Championship thing.
They didn't
it's
just
not
change.
A major
they
thing.
didn't change the
it's
rule
not a
at the last
PGA
minute.
Tour thing. It's a golf thing.
It's a common sense thing.
And he has been playing tournaments his whole life. At junior tournaments, they would have had
what was his excuse?
time.
What was his excuse?
Oh, he started trying to make
Did he
it
really?
was just stupid.
Instead of just owning it?
Yeah, it was just a bunch of blah blah blah. I couldn't even listen to it. The fact is, he was late. But here's the fun part of it. This guy's a heck of a good player. He has won on the PGA Tour. He will win again on the PGA Tour. But here's the reality: for the rest of his life, for the rest of eternity, he will be
that guy.
The guy who was late for his tee time.
That guy.
So Garrick,
have at it, kiddo.
Show up on time for your tee time, dude.
Goodness.
Okay.
You're on the PGA Tour.
All right.
Come on, man.
Let's talk about somebody on a Sizz. On a Sizz, brought to us by Copper Rock. Here we are. We're sitting here at Copper Rock. We're looking at it today. This golf course, folks, is beautiful. It is fun. It is engaging. It is challenging. It is a championship golf course, but it is fair. It is fun to play. Jan, how much do we love Copper Rock?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
I mean, I played it about a month ago, and I still talk about it.
You got to go to copperrock.com. You need to play Copper Rock. Okay, I'll tell you who's on a Sizz right now. and it is another golf course. This is in person. We're giving on a sizz this week to Aronimink. It is playing to its full potential in the PGA Championship. This Donald Ross masterpiece has been set up and prepared exactly right. Hats off to PGA of America. I think PGA of America gets some things wrong, and I give them grief for that.
Yeah,
but boy, howdy, they got this one right.
They sure did.
This golf course is spectacular. When you're watching the PGA Championship this weekend, and I know you will, enjoy the golf course as much as you enjoy the players and
hug, and then they start to thrust. All right, and that's the best way I could describe it. It was the strangest thing I've ever, second strangest thing. Auburn celebrated a different way that I literally can't say on the radio waves. What's going on in baseball now? Like, listen, I played a lot of baseball when I was younger, and travel ball and staying in home. I get it, man. The season's long, and you get bored. You got to come up with some better celebrations. I know an old school high five won't get it done, but maybe come up with a dance or something. I don't think, thrusting up against each other is a great way to go.
I hate to tell the Giants this. They're 18-27 on the season. They're only one game better than the hapless, hopeless Colorado Rockies. And I'm going to give them another L just because of this celebration. So not in the standings, but in my personal standings. Yes. They're 18-28. I'm going to spin the wheel of topics right now.
Go ahead.
Heated rivalries.
Yes. So this is.
Where's this?
No, not that heated rivalry.
Okay.
Okay, we're okay. It's rivalry weekend in Major League Baseball. A lot of great matchups. Yankees Mets Subway Series, Cubs Sox Crosstown Classic, O's Nationals Battle of the Beltway, Pirates Phillies Battle of PA, Reds Guardians, the Ohio Cup I guess is what it's called. Giants A's.
Right.
Battle of the Bay for now.
Sort of. It's not. Well, it's not the Battle of the Bay anymore.
Yeah,
Sacramento's not on a bay.
It used to be. There are a couple that maybe aren't as good of rivalries. Maybe the Red Sox and the Braves. Don't know where the rivalry is there, really.
Wait. The Red
Rockies
Sox are playing
and
the Braves in rivalry weekend? The Red Sox should be playing the Yankees on rivalry weekend.
They're already taken up.
Yeah, no. They've got the Mets.
Hold on. Stop. The Mets should play the Braves. That's a legitimate rivalry. And the Yankees should play the Red Sox. There, I just fixed it. The other one is Rockies Diamondbacks is a rivalry.
Yeah, you're from Denver. You know that those Diamondback Rocky games are intense.
They're intense. What is the basis? What is the basis of the Rocky Diamondback rivalry? It's over Armando Reynoso. Like, what is?
I don't know. Rocks. I don't know, mountains and then desert rocks. I don't
At least they're both in the NL West, right? Like, at least you have that.
Yeah, there's that.
The Red Sox Brave thing is, I guess they both used to be in Boston.
Aha! There you go.
But the Boston Braves, nobody's even alive that remembers the Boston Braves, are they? When did the Braves move from Boston to Atlanta? Somebody look that up, but that's a weird quote-unquote rivalry to me. All right, we got time for one more. Let's give it a spin.
A surprise Swiftie.
So Wright Thompson had a story this week on .com. Steve Kerr, in it, he revealed that Steve Kerr might be a Swiftie. 3 years ago, to entertain himself in his press conferences, Steve worked phrases from Swift's song All Too Well into his interview answers.
Some of these have leaked out
Yes,
since
I do.
then. People have found
I'm going to hit
phrases.
break right now.
They weren't obvious, that they like Baker Mayfield.
Definitely a good thing this happened now and not later, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we're not in an interview.
Where did you lose me?
Right. I think right as you guys went to break, I think.
Okay, very good.
So,
All right.
not a lot.
We're going off of the hotspot on my phone right now, and its upload speed is really crummy.
Yes, sir. I will do that.
Thank you.
Yep. And I'll let you know when I got Ashley on the line.
Thank you.
Ashley's good to go, Paul. Mike's hot.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio coming back at you from Copper Rock. We are here for the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour. Balls are in the air. This championship will conclude this afternoon. We'll have a full podcast report for you on the Utah Golf Radio podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to check it out there. We are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. This second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection. Check them out at collegecoachesconnection.com. They'll help the kids in your life make the right choice, find the right situation for them to move on in their athletic career, playing in college golf and other sports. collegecoachesconnection.com. And we are powered as always by T-Box here at Utah Golf Radio, tbx.golf, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. Check them out. You'll have fun, and it'll help you help your golf game. You'll just have a lot of fun. T-Box, tbx.golf. We are joined now by Ashley Dove, the Executive Director of the Bank of Utah Championship at Black Desert. Ashley Dove, my friend, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Paul. It's so good to talk with you. How are
Good
you?
to talk. Good to talk with you, Ashley. Ashley, we are overdue for an update on preparations for the PGA Tour coming back to Utah again, third time for the Bank of Utah Championship at Black Desert. But beyond that, you guys have been making news lately. Tell us about this thing you've got going with the Utah Golf Association.
Yeah, we are so excited about this, and this was really the brainchild of the Bank of Utah, our title sponsors. They are, as you know, so invested in elevating golf statewide on every single level and providing opportunities for these amateur golfers in the state that are exceptionally talented to get access to the PGA Tour and, you know, the golf's biggest stage. So we kind of put our heads together. Black Desert have this long-standing history of extending access to Utah talent. We use our tournaments as a platform to give our homegrown talent access to these tournaments. But it was a huge priority for Bank of Utah, and so we said, you know what, this makes sense. We are going to award one sponsor exemption to that amateur champion to the Bank of Utah Championship. Like, how exciting is that?
Bam, that is really cool. I love the phrase you just said, extending access to Utah talent. My goodness, that's something we're going to have to say again and again because you do it. And I love this. So the State Am champ, look, this is a big deal by any and every measure, always has been, always will be. But now, in addition to what always comes to a State Am champ, you now are giving them a tee time at the Bank of Utah Championship. My goodness, that's cool, Ashley.
Oh my gosh. And I had no idea really the history behind the Utah Golf Association Championship. I mean, it's been running now for like 118 years or something.
It is the longest continually running golf championship of any kind anywhere in the world. In the world. Now, what that means is several of these older tournaments got interrupted by world wars, and the UGA, the State Am, continued. But it is 122 years.
122.
Yeah, the longest continuously running championship in the game of golf in the world.
It's the only one that survived COVID.
There's that as well. Mm-hmm. Yes, and so. But you look at these State Am champs, Ashley, and the list of names that have won the Utah State Am. You know, they're the cream of the cream and the best of the best, as it should be. Names like Tony Finau, Zach Blair, Danny Summerhays, Preston Summerhays. It just goes on and on. Cole Ponich won it recently. Mm-hmm. We talked about him earlier on the show. He's got an up and coming professional career.
Completely takes it up a notch. I mean, you want to win for the street cred. you want to win because it's a Utah State Championship. But now you've just added another layer, another layer of desire to win.
Well, look, when you're the State Am champ, you will always be a State Am champ. Mm-hmm. It'll be in your obituary that you're a State Am champ. And but now a lot of the State Am champs are up and coming
professional,
aspirational pro players. And now, Ashley, because of what you're doing, they will have the ability right now to go test their game against the best of the best. Incredible.
Right away. And you know, our tournament really is the proving grounds. This is where champions are made. We've had Michael Brennan, who was a sponsor exemption last year, as a champion, and that was such a special thing. And so, you know, and we've had Kihei Akina, that was BYU player, and also UGA. I think he participated in the championship last year, but we also offered him a sponsor exemption. Connor Howe, David Lechte, Preston Summerhays. So we have had just some exceptional Utah talent take part in our tournament, and I mean they like you said, they are the best of the best. It is shocking how talented we have, how many talented players we have in the state of Utah.
It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt.
It really is so much fun.
But it
spotlight.
Well, so good on you. And look, I actually want to go back to Michael Brennan here for a quick minute. I was vaguely, generally aware of Michael Brennan before he got this exemption. And then you guys gave him the exemption, and I paid more attention to him. And then he went out and just blitzed the field.
Yeah.
And played so incredibly well. And of course, now he's an honorary UPOT, an honorary Utah player on tour, and we follow him. Ashley, I'm going to give you a chance here. Do you want to take credit for giving him that exemption last year?
Do it.
I wish
Take
I
it.
could.
Do it.
I
Do
wish I could. There are a couple of gentlemen on my team that had spotted him very early on, and actually one of our partners, Parker Enlow with Reef, he was playing in Virginia at one of our courses there, and spotted him several years ago. And so when his name came up on that applicant list, he said, "This kid is exceptional. He's got talent. Like, let's give him a chance." And it was so special. He was on fire. I mean, just blew the doors off.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch. But okay, Ashley, Parker's not on the show this morning. You are. You should take credit.
Take
for
credit.
this.
We're giving it to you.
We're just going to give it to you.
Yeah, we're giving
We're
it
going
to
to
you.
say Ashley Dove
Was
invited Michael
responsible
Brennan.
for the
And
Michael Brennan.
look what Brennan did. He went out and won that thing.
And now he's playing pretty well. And
Yeah,
I mean, his
absolutely.
ball striking ability, we got to see this last year at the championship. That
Yeah.
was just incredible to see his play.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. Okay,
he's
you're not
just a
done.
good
You're not done making news. You have opened the volunteer portal for people who want to volunteer. Let's talk about that.
Can you believe it? It's already that time. So volunteer registration is open. And I'll give you guys also a little sneak peek, early news. We will be opening tickets on sale on June 2nd. So, yes,
Oh, wow.
tickets to the Bank of Utah Championship are opening. But volunteers, it's that time of year. We need over 1,000 volunteers to make our event a success. And every year, I'm just blown away by the volunteerism, the people that show up. Our community is truly a giving, volunteering community, and they show up and support us. And our tournament would not be possible without our volunteers. So, and big news this year, Mountain Land Supply is our volunteer sponsor. I know you guys are familiar with their team.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that.
That is so cool. That is so cool. So the volunteer team is so big, as you noted, and they do such a great job. I've got to tell you, of course, I've been there for each of the tournaments the whole week, and they treat us so well, and I'm so grateful for that, and so impressed with the work I see them doing. People are probably listening to this thinking, "Oh, that sounds like fun. I might want to do it." What kinds of jobs could they be looking at, and how do they go about getting involved?
Well, it's such a great question that you ask, and I want to say that yes, we do love our volunteers, and we take care of them, but for anyone that's never been involved in golf or in a golf tournament or never volunteered, that's maybe has a little bit of anxiety about doing it and says like, well, that sounds really interesting. I would love to do it, but I don't know anything about the game of golf. I want to let everyone know that you do not have to know anything about it. Our volunteer manager, Bailey, she and her team train everyone so exceptionally well. If you want to come out, be involved in this incredible community of volunteers that we have built, have kind of that behind the scenes, like really, really close access to the players and to the event itself. It's really a once in a lifetime thing to get to do these tournaments. They are so much fun. We have actually also added a volunteer golf day to our volunteers, because as you know, everyone wants to golf Black Desert Resort, and it's so incredibly difficult to get on course. So we've added a couple volunteer golf days to the package at our employee rate, so they can get out there, they can golf. We feed them. But yeah, this is a fun thing, and it's not just for golf enthusiasts. It's for anyone that wants to get out there and be a part of something amazing in their community and network and meet new friends because, like I said, our community of volunteers is just wonderful. But we have everything available, guest services ambassadors. You can volunteer and work in the media center. You can be a cart shuttle driver, a walking scorer. There's really so many opportunities out there. We want everyone to come out and be a part of it.
That is so cool. I had a fun experience with one of the shuttle drivers last year. I was talking to her and thanking her for helping me and for being there throughout the week. And I said, but what's it like for you? You're not out on the course seeing the golf. And she goes, oh, actually, I'm not that big of a golf person, but I just like meeting new people, and I'm having so much fun meeting everybody today. I thought, okay, there's a different perspective. I'm doing golf nerd stuff, but she was just having a good time being there with what's going on, and good on her.
I love that. And some of our volunteers have been with us, Paul, since 2024, and they've shown up and volunteered for our LPGA events and then for the PGA. So, I mean, they're the best of the best. We truly have like cream of the crop with us. So, it's difficult every year. Volunteer registration is a huge lift, and getting, registering that many volunteers for one weekend in a smaller market, it's tough. So if anyone is interested, we just really would love to have you out there with us. And so please visit our website, thebankofutahchampionship.com/volunteer, and register. We want to see your faces out there during the tournament.
Absolutely.
And Ashley, you said that tickets are going sale on June 2nd. Will those be all the tickets, like VIP, and all of the tickets be available?
Yes, so we have a couple options. Our GA tickets will be available, and then a VIP ticket or an upgraded ticket, if you will, into that Greater Zion Greater Zion Club. I know that you guys have been in there. So we have both of those options available, plus all of our hospitality. You guys can't even believe it. Our hospitality, all of our cabanas and our skyboxes are nearly sold out. So get in there, buy your ticket now. There's so much excitement around the event this year. It's going to be a great one.
That's cool. You've got a ton of work to do. How is just general prep for the tournament going? How's the build out? Gosh, there's a lot of build out you do. How are things going?
Yeah, as you can imagine, the build out takes a long time. We're building on lava.
It looks hard to me.
Go up overnight. Yeah, a little tricky. Our teams are pretty exceptional though, but they can you believe this, Paul? They start in July. So it's busy. It's really ramping up. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of things going on, but we're so ready for this year. It's third time doing this. I think we've finally hit our groove with some things, and we're ready for it.
Well, we're sure looking forward to it, Ashley. It's a big red letter date, stars all around it on the calendar every year for us. Cannot wait to see it again this year. So appreciate the hard work you and your team put in to make this thing happen. And thanks for joining us. Give us that the portal URL again, where people can go to sign up to be a volunteer.
Thank you so much, guys. We look forward to seeing you there again. Hopefully you'll be broadcasting live from the tournament.
Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely.
Perfect. And visit the website at bankofutahchampionship.com/volunteer for volunteer information. Or, just visit the website for ticketing information here soon.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. Ashley Dove, Executive Director of the Bank of Utah Championship at Black Desert. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great day.
Yeah,
thanks, Ashley.
That's Ashley Dove. Gosh, Jan.
I know it's hard to believe that it feels like it just ended, and now all of a sudden it's gearing up again. But when you put on an event like that, it does take a year to prepare for something that massive.
Ashley and her team work full.
Yeah,
they work year round.
This is a all year round thing. It's not just a summer thing.
No, absolutely.
And break soon, guys.
the going giving an exemption to the state am champ, I cannot tell you how much I love that.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is, look, a lot of people can win the state am, and
Right.
Todd Barker won it when he was 43.
Right.
But most of the winners are up and coming aspirants. Most of the winners are college players. And this is just such a great fit, such a great experience for that
just-
winner
Yeah,
to
it
get a
just
taste of what's
ratchets
next. Yeah.
up that competition. It just
Fantastic.
the need to get in. All of those players that didn't get their qualifier in now are like, dang it. I mean, I have some
Okay.
friends that just barely made the barely made a qualifier,
Yeah,
and now
I get
knowing
it. I
this
get
is
it.
huge.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. All right. Holy cow. Jan, what's next?
Paul, you know what's next.
It is the What's Next segment brought to us by our good friends at the Utah Golf Association. Stick around on the other side. We'll tell you what's coming up next in Utah Golf. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear. Gonna need you to go about 5 minutes here. Paul, gonna need you to go 5 minutes here. Gonna need you guys to go 5 minutes here. And I will get in your ear when you got 3 minutes. Back in 20.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio coming to you from Copper Rock, where we are here for the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour. And not only are balls in the air, players are making the turn, and they are coming around 9 and 18. As we talked earlier in the show, players teeing off on both 1 and 10. And this is such a cool facility, Jan, the way 9 and 18 both parallel and come up here into a shared green and one facility where you can watch them on both holes.
It's cool to watch. It's cool to play. I mean, it's more fun to play, but it's cool to watch. No, but I think our first group is coming up through 9, and then we had a group come through 18 already.
Very cool. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. And we're here in the VIP seating facility, and it's starting to fill up. And you can hear fans clapping. And
this is such a good place to be. I mean, the fact that they did lay it out the way that they did, so the spectator gets the 9 experience and the 18 finish. It's just, and then these two particular holes, they share that green in between that water feature. So it's just this is just the 2 best holes right here.
Okay, let's talk about what's coming up next in Utah Golf here on What's Next by the Utah Golf Association. As we just heard, talking to Ashley Dove from Black Desert and the Bank of Utah Championship. June 2nd, tickets for the Bank of Utah Championship at Black Desert go on sale June 2nd. Mark your calendar.
It sounds like you should get on that.
You should get on that.
Yeah.
There's no question. You should get on that.
Yeah.
And the volunteer portal for the Bank of Utah Championship at Black Desert is open.
Mm-hmm.
Go to bankofutahchampionship.com, and there's a button that says volunteer, and you can click that and get your tickets there. That's happening right now. The golf pass is on sale right now at utahpga.com. You need one of these things. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you like paying full price for golf, you can. I don't.
Okay, there's that.
I don't think most people do either.
Drive, chip, and putt registrations are open now as well. Schedule note, the Weber County Senior Am date has been changed. It will be Thursday, May 21st, with tee times between 8 and 10. Call the pro shop at the barn to make those changes. And Jan, we've got a little news. You and I had a chance earlier this week to play golf with and get to know the players, the people who are bringing back the Utah Golf Expo.
Nafa and Alex Latu.
Mm-hmm. And the Utah Golf Expo, after a few years of absence, is coming back. It will be July 18th at the Mountain America Expo Center in Sandy. Details to come on that.
I like that we're doing it like in the middle of golf season.
Yeah, really.
Instead of the beginning where you don't really know where your game is. I mean, this is fun.
Full blown. Yeah, absolutely. So Utah Golf Expo coming back July 18th. More details.
Yeah.
The regionals in the NCAA championship will be held starting Monday.
Mm-hmm.
BYU will be in Athens, Georgia. University of Utah will be in Columbus, Ohio. So we will be watching for that. Be sure to be following Fairways Media, Randy Dodson, Kirk Craigthorpe, social media.
Mm-hmm.
They will have updates there on what's happening and going on. We will have podcasts. We will have reports for you here on Utah Golf Radio.
1 minute, start to wrap it up.
And then the final thing is, of course, the Copper Rock Championship. We will have a full podcast report on what's going on today, right now, in front of us this moment, as players are coming up number 9 right now as we see them. And we'll have a full report for you later this weekend on what's going on with what the winner and what transpires here at the Copper Rock Championship on the Epson Tour. All right, Jan.
30.
This has been a fun show.
It has been. Put a bow on it.
Yeah, put a bow on it. Let's put a bow on the show. Thank you to everybody who is on the show. Thank you all for listening.
20 seconds.
This is Paul Pugmire saying, don't jab it like Jan.
Jan Brownstein reminds you to chug it. Don't pug it.
Always good advice. Please replace your divots. Fix your ball marks. And for Andy Curtis, don't spit sunflower seeds on the green.
Stop it.
You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Good stuff, guys. Later.